I can't even find the face on that one.
Yeah, the menu screen in this game really isn't very helpful.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you any information or names or anything. It just, here's a tiny picture of the stage.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I kind of missed having.
But this is indeed
whatever it was
Blizzard
called.
Buffalo.
The stats that you could look up.
I
Those
don't
are
know,
fun.
Vile Viking or something.
No, he's not quite a Viking. Close enough. Also, this is the ice level where everything is slippery and really annoying. But, yeah, this is where I was talking about. We can't do anything to those ice blocks, but if we go onto this little pad, we get a choice of things. Right now we just have the one, and we can teleport in our ride armor. So we can do things that we normally wouldn't do, like break all these ice blocks. And they just had to stagger them like this, so it takes twice as long to get down here.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy. Oh, the
Also, you'll notice
spikes don't
that
hurt
the
you.
ride... No, in the ride armor you can walk over top of spikes. And you'll also notice that the ride armors have a health bar this time.
Okay.
So you can tell how much damage they've taken. And yeah, the ice is just really annoying. But here's something that's really cool. Our new weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
The parasitic bomb. It latches onto small enemies like that, and it'll basically just like throw them around the screen. It's a lot of fun to use.
Cool.
That's actually kind of original, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. The problem is, against like bigger enemies, it doesn't do anything. It'll just blow up on contact. Also, I like that. It just kind of makes him float in place for a little bit. Just the expression on the guy's face was just like, really?
This again.
Also, still an empty room.
I wonder whatever they'll be used for.
Yeah, I
That
wonder.
background is pretty phallic right there. Just
A lot of the
throwing that out there.
backgrounds are pretty phallic in this. Never mind backgrounds, a lot of things are phallic in this game. You saw the first mini-boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing. That made my night right there, actually, so far.
Oh, it's a ice version of the strange boulder
Same weapons.
things.
I was hoping that this thing, that the parasitic bomb, would work on those guys, but it doesn't.
They look like beholders, eh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Also, if you let them sit there and, like, that one was kind of, like, electrocuting itself, if you let it do that, it'll grab a bunch of rocks and pull it toward itself and, like, reform its rock shield.
Oh, kind of like the moth guy's weapon last game, whatever it was called. Silk
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the parasitic bomb is really useful. Again, I was hoping that this thing would be a little more useful, but
That
it's not.
drill gun seems like the most useless thing. Like,
We need to use it quite a bit to get a lot of the power-ups, but other than that, it's like not useful for fighting at all.
like it has like a 2-second delay before it moves. Like,
Yeah.
great.
We actually
This
get
guy.
a second item, a second weapon that's almost exactly like it, but
Fantastic.
I think it does a little more damage, so...
Also, Dr. Light's little theme music has changed.
Yep, this theme
Oh
music
yeah, he
changes.
doesn't have like the scooping guitar riffs.
Also, we can
It's
dash...
exactly like that.
We'll be able to dash left, right, or even straight up into the
Oh,
air.
is that the upgrade that would have let you get the health container? Heart
It
container,
is,
really?
indeed, yes. This is one of the things that they added into X3. It's the exact same upgrade that we got in X2. It looks a little different, but now we can dash straight up. And I, for one,
kind of-
really like that.
Cool.
Well, that's cool.
It's a lot
I'm
of
kind
fun.
of
you know.
disappointed that he doesn't have rocket heels now or something like that. I feel that would fit right in.
Probably would, to be honest with you.
Oh, it definitely would. I mean, come on, like next to Zero, he needs some height anyway. Like, this guy is just stealing his thunder right there.
He'd need, like, in order to get height on Zero, though, you'd need, like, rocket stilettos or something.
Well,
Let's do it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Just gotta think outside the box.
Yeah, but Zero should be the one wearing the stilettos, I think.
That's
Good
true.
point.
And he'd probably like one up you too, eh? Like you'd wear like stilettos with platforms if you did that.
Is that even
Just to do
possible?
I don't know.
He would make it possible.
True.
Yes.
If there's one part of the game that almost kills me every time, it's always backtracking through this section. I don't know why, I just have such a hard time with it, and I almost die every time.
Operative word being almost.
Almost.
There you go.
So it's going to be a close fight with Blizzard Buffalo here.
Blizzard Buffalo? Is that his name? I didn't read it.
It is, yes.
He should be Dairy Queen's mascot. Oh yes, for sure. He should be Dairy Queen's mascot.
I would fund that.
They'd be a big step up from the commercials they have now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the Old Spice rip-off ones. Those are terrible. Anyway.
Those remind me of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I know someone who's going to see that live tonight, and I'm like, what the heck? Why don't you take me?
Yeah, they're having live showings of that here too.
Yeah,
it's every Halloween. It's all over.
Oh, it didn't occur to me until like 5 seconds ago that it was because of Halloween. It makes sense though.
Yeah,
it definitely does make sense.
This is kind of a boring.
This guy is kind of like he's like the chill penguin, except he moves more.
Yeah, this is actually the recommended first boss to fight. Also, that beam doesn't hurt you; it'll just freeze you, and then he'll just run into you. But yeah, he's not a hard boss. He's, like you said, the chill penguin of this game in quite a few ways.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking of like the little statues that he's making. He seems similar. Except Chill Penguin's blocked his own shots, so his were even worse.
Yeah.
Chill Penguin was his own level of incompetent.
Also, that was pretty close. I think if I get hit by one of those ice things, I die. So, I was cutting it a little close.
Yes, I have faith in you. I'm just watching the timestamp of the video, and I know that you can't afford to fight him over again, so...
That's one way of doing it. And
there he goes.
The third one down.
There's so many, like, wrecked cities in the backgrounds here, and, like, I'm still not seeing any evidence that humans ever lived in them. Like, I think the buildings themselves are just robots, too.
The Megaman X world is a really screwed up place, let me tell you. Like, half the cities are ruined. The other half are just pure robots.
Okay, that color scheme is just, yeah, with those boots.
That color scheme reminds me of, like, an ice cream flavor.
Yes.
I'm not sure which
I'm pretty
one.
sure I have eaten an ice cream flavor, like Barbie or something, like, come on.
Yeah, bubblegum. That's the one.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Well, like, you know, when the ice cream trucks come around and they have, like, you know, Spider-Man, like, ice cream pops and stuff like that, that one would be something like that, I think.
Yeah. Also, that was the other weapon that I was describing a minute ago that's really slow. But it can be a little useful. Also, it's time to fight Wolverine.
Oh, again.
Oh, no,
it's
Those are
it's neon.
those are the exact same claws too. Like
Pretty much.
Sure the sprite is the same.
'Kay.
As the,
This music. First thing I should mention. If you're at all familiar with the band Guns N' Roses, which you two probably aren't, but bear with me. This song for this stage is almost identical to the song My Michelle by the Guns N' Roses. It's pretty cool. I thought it was neat when I found out.
yeah, that's cool.
Also,
Definitely.
those big red guys are the annoying enemies I was talking about before.
Yeah.
But it's alleviated a little bit when you find out that you can just run, or you can just like jump and air dash right over top of them.
That was a kind of unique way to use that weapon.
Yeah.
I like that.
What they don't show is that the weapon has like two properties. It does a fair bit of damage when it hits, and it also like bounces off and sticks to the ground.
So it makes like a little mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's at least like, you know, marginally useful. The other one is just like whatever. It's possible.
But guess what we need to get through here?
Oh yeah.
And also, I had to wait for that to blow up before I could switch weapons.
I guess the problem with mines in this game is that they're kind of useless
Pretty much.
because you blow everything up anyways.
Yeah. Also, you need the boots to get up there, the air dash.
Excuse me. Take this X-Buster upgrade.
Yep, we got our X-Buster
Excellent.
upgrade. It's basically the same as the one from the last game, but
Does it have the punch animation?
it does actually.
No, well, that's all I cared about.
It doesn't have like the red. It doesn't have like the red boxing gloves this time though.
Oh.
So it's but
Well, you could be like bare knuckle fighting then. That's kind of badass.
fair enough.
I don't know.
But indeed,
We interrupt this LP to bring you
Yeah.
the Sounds of Craze
For this-
water bottle.
for this breaking news,
You're quite welcome.
Oh yeah, I was about to thank you. I swear.
so this new X-Buster upgrade, if we shoot the two shots like one right after the other, they'll combine into like a much bigger shot. It sounds really cool in theory, but it's actually really frustrating for me because, as you can see, it takes a little while before it gets going.
Only like 5 seconds.
Yeah. So every time I try to use it, I'll expect to shoot a shot off immediately after I release the button. But it takes a second for him to like wind up that first shot, and it always screws me up. It looks really cool, but I just
Yeah, no, the animation is
really
sweet.
really don't like this upgrade at all. X2 has by far the more superior Buster upgrade.
What
Hey, Craze,
the
what's
hell
this thing
is
called?
that?
It's a thing.
Ugh. And it's spawning
Look at, like-
things. Oh, you got. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
It's spawning like candy-covered peanuts.
That's so true.
I don't really know what those are, but that's what they remind me of.
Jumping
Oh,
beans.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is like if you took a Transformer's head and attached pincers to it, and then put it on the body of an unnamed insect. Just so.
You wouldn't even have to do that. Just like watch Beast Wars.
Yes.
There
or
you go.
that.
True.
And that's all we get for beating them.
Yeah.
Also,
These
stuck in
mini
mid-dash.
bosses. Pretty lame. The mini boss rewards. They're just obstacles, I guess.
Yeah, they're not really hard mini bosses.
That's true too. He went
Yeah,
really
I
fast.
figured I'd show that off one more time before we get our ride armor back.
Is this a teleporter?
Yeah, sort of. It's
Oh. Oh, right.
it's a Star
Well,
Trek
Snake, you're-
like beaming pad, I guess. I don't know.
Now you get to utilize your stored up ride armor, right?
Yep. Again, I actually get to use it this time.
I actually ditched it last time to go get it.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
I could. Man, he's sitting like exactly how I'm sitting right now, almost, except for my arms are crossed instead of being at
Guess
the
what?
sides.
It's not an empty room anymore.
Wow.
Oh, it's Bit.
Yes, it is. He's very gentlemanly.
Yes, I can tell by his posture. He's got
You are to
the
be
shoulders back,
destroyed.
chest out.
You ought to be destroyed.
He wants to kill us, but he's going to be polite about it at least.
I think he has a really posh, like British accent. He's also throwing halos at you.
Yes, he is. Those don't damage you, but they'll like hold you in place and pull you to the ground, and then he'll run into you and do a lot of damage. And he also throws fireballs that like seek you out. He's a really annoying boss. I'll tell you
He
that right
seems very Tao-ish.
now. The really
I don't
annoying
even-
thing about X3 with these bosses is that, unlike X2, these guys aren't optional. You have to fight Bit and Bite before the end of the game.
Well, I have to say, this
And
is
they're hard.
probably one of the more interesting boss fights we've seen so far.
He's kind of tough, yeah. Again, he's one of those bosses where if you can get into his pattern, he's not as hard, but he still does a lot of weird stuff to throw you off.
Oh.
Like, he'll throw 2 of those rings, or he'll throw 2 fireballs. Yeah. And he does quite a bit of
Ouch.
damage.
Uh-oh.
But I managed to beat him.
Man, this is like the third boss that you have scraped by in this video.
Yeah, I practiced a lot for these ones.
That's good.
Mostly because I knew that I'd have to fight Bit and Bite. And I've always kind of sucked at fighting Bit. Bite is kind of a cakewalk, but...
I like how Bit is like the small one, and he's still about a chest higher than you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like staring at his belly button right now.
Yeah, X is like super tiny in the Super Nintendo games, and I don't know why.
I don't know. Yeah. I remember seeing him in like Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever. He wasn't this small.
Yeah.
No, he was bigger.
I mean, he was still, not incredibly.
It's just the Super Nintendo games that he's so small in. Also, I have like 1 hit worth of HP left. But I'll totally live, right? No, I get...
Oh, sad times.
Yeah, I get chomped by one of those stupid little things.
Those are my favorite enemies so far, though. They're kind of...
Yeah, they're kind of neat. They chew up the ground. Those spikes won't kill you, but they will hurt you. Also, we didn't have to fight Bit again. He stays dead.
Well, that's good.
Well, sort of dead.
Oh
yeah,
my!
He didn't.
Yeah. Someone not dying in the Mega Man X games?
Spoiler alert.
What do you mean Sigma's not dead?
They didn't tell us in the end of the last game or anything, did they? No way.
Alrighty, Neon Tiger. Neon Tiger is actually kind of a tough boss. Mainly for that. It's the same reason that Armored Armadillo was a hard boss in the first game. Because he can block your shots.
Oh, yeah.
And he can block all of your shots, though. And so you just need to, like, time your shots with his animations.
Great.
But
that's kind of annoying.
Does he have any weakness?
He does. All the bosses have weaknesses again. I'm just not using them yet.
Whichever boss has a weakness to that drill weapon is a chump.
I don't remember which one that is. Oh, yeah, I do. But yeah.
Judging from the sound effects, he's shooting mosquitoes at you.
It's like Bioshock, except less bees.
He's shooting bees.
Yes.
Best power in that entire game.
He's shooting them out of his tail, no less.
So this can be kind of a long boss fight. He also does a lot of damage if he hits you, like if he swipes at you with his claw. And yeah, he's just all around pretty annoying.
He has a fantastic color scheme, though. Like, I feel like that is some real camouflage.
Oh yeah. He's also got, if you've ever noticed in the Mega Man X series, a lot of the bosses, like a lot of the character designs in general, have like these weird like glass orbs on them of different colors, like Zero's boobs, for example. But Neon Tiger has an absolutely absurd amount of these. Like, he's probably got at least 8.
Yeah.
Let's try counting.
1, 2.
There's a lot. Change colors, now I can't do it.
He has 1 on each of his ears. He's got like
Those are just-
3 on his shoulders, 2 on his hands. It's just ridiculous.
He went overboard with the Mega Man piercings.
Yep. Also, this is another reason why he's really annoying, is that he just keeps doing that attack. And as long as he's orange, he's invincible.
Aw.
So, yeah. Also, I had something else I wanted to say about them, but now I forget.
Oh well. I think Wolverine is cooler. Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
Go ahead. I had nothing important to say at this point in time.
One of the reasons I'm not using the weaknesses right now is because this is the one game that, like, the weaknesses absolutely cripple the bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they don't necessarily take away any of their abilities, but they're basically stun locks. And you can literally fight most of the bosses by just hitting them with a weapon,
That's
staying
not
in
even
place.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just, like, ruins gameplay. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
I like how you finished him off with, like, the double shot, though. That was style.
That was pretty neat, yeah. I'm glad that worked out.
If it didn't, then whoops. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Man, and again,
I don't know. Both of those are bad. That looks like Winnie the Pooh's honey pot right there.
looks like a cool weapon now.
It's actually kind of a useful weapon, but that's the next video.
Nice timing.
Very nice. You were planning.
You were doing that on purpose.
Yes, I was.